want you to look up what house the sign of Cancer is in your personal natal chart. Not only has Jupiter entered the sign of Cancer, we have a new moon in Cancer conjunct Jupiter following the start of Cancer season because the sun is also in Cancer. So we have the sun, moon, and Jupiter all conjunct Cancer, all transiting a certain house in your chart. And I will be giving horoscope for all signs, and we're going to start with Aries. My Aries friends, this new moon will be transiting your fourth house of homes, roots, inner security, family, your inner circle. And this is a time where you could likely feel called to anchor to deeper, more emotional aspects of what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel secure. You might have had some experiences that have highlighted, especially leading up to this lunation, the importance of self-preservation. You know, the fourth house is the house of Cancer. Cancer is represented by aquatic animals like the crab, the turtle. And these are aquatic animals with these outer shells that protect themselves. So this is a potent time for intention setting and starting anything fresh that is in alignment with your deeper rooted intuition, in alignment with protecting and cleaning and fortifying your sanctuary. My Taurus friends, this lunation will be transiting your third house. You will have the sun, moon, and Jupiter all conjunct in your third house, signifying a fresh start with a lot of lucky Jupiter opportunities when it comes to things like communication, your mindset, your openness to learning. Maybe if you're on a learning path, think of short-term travel, think of your local community, think of networking. And so this is a time where you might feel called to, or if to rewire things like your self-talk, things of that have to do with how you nurture yourself and others through your words, how you communicate to others. You might notice themes like this leading up to or following this lunation. And if you want to intention set or start something fresh in this realm, there is so much energetic support for you right now. My Gemini friends, this new moon conjunct with the sun and Jupiter, the great benefic, will be transiting your second house of money, values, worth, your self-worth, what you deem as worthy, what your values, your deeper rooted values are, and your material world. Think of material needs. And so this is really indicating that this is a potent portal for you for planting seeds around what you might feel like you need to feel secure. Is that reassurance? Is that a deeper sense of internal validation rather than external through material things? You might have had lessons around this time, especially at this culmination point of the summer solstice in Cancer in your second house, that is really spotlighting for you right now how far you've come, what isn't working in terms of your money, your values, your material needs. And this can be a beautiful time for learning from those things and moving forward with those lessons with a fresh start. My Cancer friends, stars of the show, this new moon, along with the sun and Jupiter, all conjunct, will be in your first house, activating the aspects of your life involving your sense of self, your identity, your ability to initiate fresh starts, how you embody your values, how you embody who you are authentically, your personal life direction, your body, your personal health. And so around this time, this is a incredible alignment for a total self reset if you feel called to do that, for pouring into yourself in some way, for leaning into who you are and initiating things more so in alignment with the truth of who you are. You know, you have this fresh start with this fresh new season, the summer solstice. You have this fresh new start with this new moon, and you're redefining who you are and what feels right moving forward. And this can be a really ideal time for aligning with your intuition and how you feel intuitively more than checking off things from a box, and showing up fully more as yourself and really integrating that. My Leo friends, this will be transiting your 12th house, the house of rest, retreat, subconscious patterns, the shadow. Think of how people reflect at the end of life. This is the very last house in the zodiac. This is the very last sign in the zodiac. It's all about spiritual renewal, pouring into yourself, the ultimate rest and reflection that is also signified by new moons. So this is signifying a potent time where your emotional life is being spotlighted in different ways. You might have noticed some of these culmination points near the summer solstice, and this is a really potent time for allowing yourself to rest, to integrate these lessons, to really pay attention to your dreams, your intuitive downloads, really leaning into healing in order to guide, in order to fertilize the seeds that you've planted. Don't forget that rest is also important. Don't forget that sitting with yourself, sitting with any potential limiting beliefs, your mindset, your ideologies is also very important when it comes to making sure that you're energetically aligned with that which you seek. Virgo friends, this lunation will be transiting your 12th house of community, of friendships, of aspirations, social networks, of progressiveness, innovation, thinking outside of the box in some way, transmutation of energy. You know, a lot of people confuse Aquarius, which is the sign of the 11th house, with being a water sign because it's represented by a water bearer. But that water bearer actually represents the power of the 11th house when it comes to transmuting energy and thinking completely differently. I feel called to remind you for this potent fresh start for you, the importance of not of asking for advice from people who have been where you want to go, only allowing the opinions of people who have been where you want to be, of people that you look up to, of happy, joyous people to impact your psyche, and know to discern that from anyone else in your life. The importance of also, changed behavior breeds changed results. So really reflecting on maybe where have you been going in a circle in the same ways, and recognizing that this is a potent portal right now with the summer solstice and the new moon coming together. The new moon conjunct Jupiter, this benefic planet, this road opening planet, when it comes to emotionally aligned collaborations and community. And really those type of things will be present for you, and it's really going to be a great time for you to lean into those things. So for my Libra friends, this lunation will be transiting your 10th house. So the sun, moon, and Jupiter will be conjunct. Jupiter bringing in this expansive energy, the new moon bringing in this new cycle for you, this fresh start when it comes to aspects of your career, your purpose, your public image, legalities, your reputation, how your outer circle views you in different ways, how you imbue the wisdom that you have learned from your life onto the world from the perspective of legacy and reputation. So this is a time that is, through different experiences, will be inviting you to align your more public path with your more personal, deeper rooted, emotional, and intuitive truth. So this lunation has a high potential of opening doors professionally for you if you set the intentions around this time, if you decide to work with this new moon, but only if these things resonate emotionally with you. You might have experiences, especially around the time of the solstice, that highlighted whether or not certain things emotionally and intuitively aligned with you anymore. So really pay attention to what might come up. My Scorpio friends, this new moon will be transiting and activating your 9th house of your belief systems, spirituality, travel, philosophy, higher education. Think all things expansion of your awareness in different ways. And this is a really interesting time for you because this is really indicating that leading up to the new moon, following it, this can be a beautiful new chapter for you when it comes to beginning things and shifting and expanding how you see the world. Sorry if things shake a little bit, and how you see yourself within it from that context. And so really lean into following your intuitive paths. Cancer, the sign of Cancer is all about intuition. It's all about leading with the heart. It's all about leading with authenticity and protecting that authenticity, not letting the world and the broader things of the world adulterate or harm those things or tarnish them, because that purity is so important. So remember to follow your intuitive pulls towards studying, teaching, or even traveling right now. If you want to set intentions within those 9th house realms right now of long distance travel, higher education, belief systems, learning, imbuing, sharing that information with anybody, this is a potent and very lucky cosmic window for you. So my Sagittarius friends, this new moon will be transiting your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, contracts, other people's money, transformation, and trust, the necessary vulnerability that needs to happen in order for intimacy to happen in order for you to feel safe and intimate with people. And I know that people associate that with more, sexual things, but it's so much broader than that. And this is really indicating that there's this window, especially following the summer solstice, for you to heal the way that you might be normally giving and receiving emotionally. You might have noticed a spotlight following the solstice as well in this realm of your life. And this is really signifying a really beautiful opportunity to reflect on those things, reflect on any deep or vulnerable relationships that you already have and how you navigate those things, and whether or not there is anything hidden that might come to light at this time. And if anything does come to light, I'm telling you, it is conducive to your transformation. And ultimately, if you want to set intentions within these realms of intimacy, shared resources, contracts, other people's money, interdependence, maybe even codependence, this is a potent window of time for fresh starts, refreshing things in some capacity, and I'm excited for you. My Capricorn friends, this new moon will be activating your 7th house of partnerships, collaboration, contracts, one-on-one dynamics, relationships, romance, aesthetics. And so this is really indicating that this is a time of new beginnings on the horizon for your relationships, whether they are romantic, business-wise, personal, friend-wise, community-wise. Don't be afraid if you feel called to renegotiate terms. If that feels aligned with you right now, just know that if you want to set intentions when it comes to your relationships, this is a cosmic window. Every time this year is a potent cosmic window because Cancer is in your 7th house for you to reflect on and evolve within your relationships. For my Aquarius friends, oh my goodness, this is going to be a really interesting new moon for you because it will be transiting your 6th house of your routines, your rituals, your structure, your health, how you nourish yourself and others. This is the house of service. In Hellenistic astrology, this is the house of work and your daily rhythms. And so this is indicating a potentially new chapter in this portal for fresh starts when it comes to how you care for your body, how you nourish yourself, your relationship with those things, your relationship with time management, and most notably, your relationship with the energy you give to people and receive from people, and whether or not that feels balanced for you. So this can be a really potent time for intention setting around this time, and you might notice a spotlight on these things. This is a culmination window right now with the summer solstice happening, where there's this culmination. This is a yearly culmination of spotlighting what has and hasn't been working within your 6th house because it is in Cancer. Now, my Pisces friends, this new moon will be transiting and activating your 5th house of creativity, your inner child, your authenticity, your joy, your romance, your self-expression, and your leadership, your ability to lead and not always be reliant on the approval of others or the initiation of others in order to decide who you are, what you want, what you love, and lean into that authenticity. So leading up to this, you might notice experiences that spotlight how your authenticity is received from people, how, something that comes to mind is people pleasing for some of us, learning to not do that and how the world responds to it, who is and isn't in your corner. And your heart might want to come out and play around this time, whether it's creatively, romantically, or in ways that let your inner child lead. Just remember, if you let it lead, there can be so much abundance, so much opportunity. And if you want to set intentions on and reflect on your relationship with your authentic self, with being authentic with people, don't be afraid to do that because there is so much luck here. Jupiter, the great benefic, is in your 5th house of authenticity, of your inner child. The sun and moon are there as well. And I wish you the best.